Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Sunday evening. I am Glenora Shipura, bringing you news, community stories, economics, weather, and so much more. Getting into the news tonight, after almost 9 months as a patient at the Windhoek Central Hospital, Bennett Bessinger emerged victorious from an arduous health battle and was able to return home earlier this month. He has been a quadriplegic for the past 27 years after being involved in a motorcycle accident at the age of 22. His recovery and discharge from the hospital was celebrated with a short service by a priest and was attended by his family together with the hospital staff. He was admitted to Ward 7 of the hospital's Western Wing on the 27th of August 2023 with underlying problems and severe bed sores. It was truly a tremendous battle with infections and general ill health that put him in a difficult position. When he was admitted, it took blood, sweat and tears to stabilize him for the first few months, Robbie Thompson, who also attended the event, said. According to Thompson, Bessinger is someone who stays positive despite everything he has been through and has even started to encourage and assist other people in the same position with advice. In a speech his wife Marcia read on his behalf, Bessinger said he was grateful for the gift of life. His family applauded the health ministry and hospital staff for their commitment even when it seemed that all hope was lost. During the celebration of this recovery, parliamentarian and former Deputy Health Minister Juliet Kavetuna highlighted how her and Bessinger's path crossed many years ago. She is said to have assisted him and his wife many times during difficult circumstances and praised the couple for their steadfast and positive attitude. Kavetuna also thanked the medical staff for their contribution and selfless service, especially in regard to Bessinger's care in recent months. Incumbent Deputy Health Minister Esther Munyangwe was the keynote speaker at the event, and she also thanked the hospital staff. In our next story, the Oshakati Town Council on Friday commissioned the construction of the MR 111 Okahau Road and MR 92 intersection road, as well as the construction of the new sewer reticulation system in Ebeluloko. Deputy Minister of Urban and Rural Development Evelyn Nawasis Tayele, who was the official speaker, said the construction of a new bitumen road and intersection of the MR 111 road MR 92 intersection will be done at about $7.4 million Namibian, while the sewer reticulation system in Eveluluko, Oshakati, will be constructed at $5 million Namibian. Nawasis Tayele said that these two projects will create direct jobs within the community of Oshakati for artisans, laborers, and opportunities for engineers, for vendors and suppliers, transporters, quarry operators, and so many others in the construction value chain. She said upon completion, these projects will permanently transform the lives of Oshakati residents through smooth road access to the Oshakati Dr. Franz Apuo Indongo Open Market. Nawasis Tayele said Oshakati Town Council aims to formalize all its informal settlement, and the construction of sewer reticulation is part of the formalization process, where residents will have access to basic services such as connection to the electricity network for all households. She further applauded the Town Council that the residents will be allowed to connect to the sewerage lines for free for a period of 1 year after the completion of the project. She further said this endeavor also aligns with their broader agenda of promoting economic growth, job creation, and environmental stewardship. The construction of this infrastructure will not only improve accessibility and connectivity, but also stimulate local commerce and enhance the overall quality of life for the residents of Oshakati. Nawasis Tayele said. She then urged residents of Oshakati to remain steadfast in the commitment to fostering a sense of belonging, dignity and opportunity for all residents, regardless of their socio-economic status. Oshakati Town Mayor Leonard Hango said the two projects represent their collective dedication to building a better future for generations to come. SWAPO Secretary General Sophia Shaningwa says the party shares a special relationship with the Chinese Communist Party and that there is nothing untoward following her recent trip to China amid allegations that SWAPO is seeking funding from that party. Let's take a look.
I would like to clear it categorically clear that the political bilateral relations between SWAPO party and the Communist Party of China has been there since the days prior to independence. And this relationship has been established by Comrade Semlo Yoma, our first president of the party and that of the Republic of Namibia. And I would like it also to be made it very clear that I'm not the first Secretary General to visit the Communist Party of China. It is a continuous process, and it shall be a continuous process that the two parties will assist each other up until something has happened between us. But for now, we are having that sisterly friendship, and we will continue to respect that on mutual basis.
In our next story, social activist Michael Amushelelo is in hot water again after sharing the personal contact details of Bank of Namibia Governor Johannes Gravagab. The activist has released a series of statements calling out Gravagab's alleged corrupt tender allocation from his co-accused Finance Minister Ipum Bushimi. The purpose of sharing the number is so that Namibians can call him and ask him if he didn't get a tender for $451 million Namibian. In a post dated May 10th, Amushelelo accused Shimi of using his influence to help Governor Gravagab corruptly acquire a $451 million Namibian tender. He stated that in 2022, the bid evaluation committee recommended cancelling the tender, but it was never re-evaluated or re-advertised. Amushelelo alleged that while the country mourned President Geikom's death, Shimi and Gravagab schemed to award themselves the tender. According to a statement addressed to Amushelelo last week, Norman Shombe of Shombe Elago Incorporated, a legal representative of Gravagab, stated that exposing the governor's number has resulted in him receiving unsolicited messages threatening abuse and harassment from unknown numbers, as well as from Amushelelo himself. We place on record that your conduct of publishing the said mobile number is a criminal act in terms of the Communications Act, Act 8 of 2009, in particular sections 117(1)(e) to h, and invite stringent penalties of up to 5 years imprisonment or $20,000 Namibian fine, or both such imprisonment and fine upon conviction. Despite warnings to remove the number from his social media pages, Amushelelo has reposted it, asserting that he refuses to be silenced. On the other side of the break, we take a look at our economic news. The Namibia Revenue Agency has collected almost $87 billion in taxes in the past fiscal year, and also paid out around $10 billion in refunds. I'm pleased to announce that we achieved gross revenue of $86.9 billion in taxes from the 1st of April 2023 to March 31st, 2024, wrote NAMRA boss Sam Shivute in the authority's latest circular at the end of last week. The refunds paid out for the same period amount to $10.4 billion and represent a significant contribution to the social and economic fabric of our nation, Shivute said. Now, the largest percentage of taxes at $25.7 billion, about 34% between April 2023 and March 2024, came from unspecified international sources. In second place are around $18.1 billion, which forms 24% of total taxes from individual taxpayers. Revenue of $17.3 billion was generated from VAT. In fourth place are taxes on companies and corporations, which only account for 14% or $11 billion Namibian dollars. Let's take a look at our financial indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.01, against the euro at 19.73, against the US dollar at 18.15. $2 Namibian and 51 cents gets you one Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, all major commodities went up, with Brent crude oil trading at 0.60%, going at $84.28 per barrel. After this short break, we take a look at our story of the day.
Introducing 061 Express, brought to you by Synergy in proud partnership with Windhoek Express. Here's your chance to make your voice heard to celebrate the businesses that make Windhoek exceptional. From your favorite coffee spot to the salon that always gets your style just right. It's time to shine a spotlight on the gems of our city. Over the next 8 weeks, it's your chance to vote for your favorites to recognize the best of the best. Nominations open on the 25th of April and close on the 5th of May. To nominate your favorite business, simply save this number, 085 785 6231, and WhatsApp hashtag 061 Express or scan the QR code below and follow the on-screen instructions. By nominating your favorites, you're not only supporting local businesses, but you also stand a chance to win your share of 50,000 Namibian dollars in cash. The voting process will be the same as the nominations process, using the Synergy chatbot and the hashtag 061 Express. Voting opens on June 5th and closes on June 23rd. Make sure to cast your votes for the best of the best. The winners will be announced on June 28th. 061 Express, celebrating the heartbeat of Windhoek. Get ready.
Getting into our story of the day, the Electoral Commission of Namibia has sent all materials and equipment, such as laptops, to all 14 regions of the country around 3 weeks before the general voter registration, where they will remain in custody in police stations for the time being. The materials have also been sent to Namibia's embassies and consulates abroad through the usual diplomatic mail via the Ministry of Foreign Affairs with the International Courier Service, DHL. The nationwide registration of all citizens eligible to vote begins on June 3rd. We've set up 567 registration teams for on-site operations, while 35 teams will serve Namibian citizens in our diplomatic missions, the Electoral Commission said late last week. Domestically, the distribution of equipment and materials to the regions was carried out by NAMPO's courier under the watchful escort of the Namibian police and in compliance with the established ECN standard operating procedures, the Commission stated. The deployment took place according to a schedule drawn up by the ECN, which is coordinated with the authority's election calendar and which it had published some time ago, with the unprecedented transparency. From Monday, June the 3rd to August the 1st, all voters should register, including those who already have voter cards and have cast their votes in previous elections. On the other side of this short break, we'll be taking a look at our international news.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
International news, Uganda's military has captured a commander of an Islamic State allied rebel group who is an expert in making improvised explosive devices or bombs that the group has used to carry out deadly attacks in the past, the army said on Sunday. The insurgent Anwari al-Iraq, a Ugandan, was captured in the jungles of Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, where the rebel group Allied Democratic Forces is based, the military Uganda People's Defense Forces said in a statement. During the operation, 9 people, including children, were also rescued from an area in Ituri province in Congo's east, the military said. An assortment of improvised explosive device-making materials were recovered, it said. The rebel ADF began as an uprising in Uganda, but has been based in Congo since the late 1990s. It pledged allegiance to Islamic State in mid-2019 and is accused of killing hundreds of villages in frequent raids over recent years. Getting into our next story, French police trying to restore order in the island territory of New Caledonia after days of deadly unrest have cleared dozens of barricades that had been blocking the main road linking the airport to the capital, Nouadhibou. A French official said on Sunday, around 60 barricades that protesters had put up along the 60-kilometer road have been dismantled, but the road is not yet open as debris needs to be cleared, which will take several days, the territory's High Commissioner Louis Lefranc told reporters. The two main airlines serving New Caledonia have paused flights because of the unrest on the French-ruled South Pacific territory. Protests erupted last week, sparked by anger among indigenous Kanak people over a constitutional amendment that will change who is allowed to participate in elections, which local leaders fear will dilute the Kanak vote. Now, 6 people have been killed and the unrest has left a trail of burnt businesses, torch cars, looted shops and road barricades, cutting off access to medicine and food. 3 of those killed were indigenous Kanak and 2 were police officers. A 6th person was killed and 2 seriously injured on Saturday during a gun battle between 2 groups at a roadblock in Kala Gomen, French police said. Now, after this short break, we'll be taking a look at our weather predictions.
The Agenda is a weekly national affairs interview program hosted every Sunday by Namibian Sun editor Toivon Jabela, featuring a panel of high-profile newsmakers, analysts, and experts. The Agenda aims to reach high-end news consumers seeking informed understanding of national issues. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and the Namibia Media Holdings Facebook platform. The Agenda focuses on interviews where we put the nation in the hot seat. Contact Agenda at synergy.com.na to get your product and service in the hot seat. The Agenda, focused on today's conversation.
Let's take a look at our weather predictions for tomorrow. Katamamulilo can expect sunny weather with a minimum of 11 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. Oshakati can expect a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. Hendy's Bay can expect sunny weather conditions with a minimum of 20 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 36 degrees Celsius. Rehoboth can expect a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 27 degrees Celsius. The sports news follows shortly.
Neopaints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neopaints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neopaints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Getting into our sports news, Deputy Minister of Sport Emma Kantema Gowamas delivered her message to the indoor hockey men and women's team set to represent Namibia at the Indoor Hockey Africa Cup in Swakopmund, starting on the 23rd to the 26th of May. Let's take a look.
Unparalleled opportunity for our Namibian friends to also go and witness the talents that we possess in our men and women's team, and to go and rally behind our team, filling the arena with an electrifying atmosphere and extending the support that is of course much needed. And I'm also informed that it will be broadcasted at platforms such as the NTV, the GoTV and the DSTV Namibia. And these are some of the mileage that we reap as a country for hosting competitions of this nature, because everyone will tune in on their TV and they're able to see what Namibia holds. As you know, the top 2 teams that will emerge from this tournament will then qualify to the next Indoor World Cup, that's 2025, of which I'm excited and looking forward. This is an opportunity that was earned through the exceptional performance of our national men's team and women's team in South Africa and a South African counterpart team. So with other words, it's the Namibia and the South Africa team. As you all know, in Pretoria what happened, I was there for 3 games. These accomplishments highlight our dominance, not only on the African continent, but we've also made a mark on a global stage, especially when we solidify Namibia and South Africa. So we are saying it's the Southern Africa that has solidified their name on a global stage. Director of Ceremonies, our senior women's team, who are the reigning African champions, is ready to defend their title for the 3rd consecutive time. Their impressive 12th place finish in the last Indoor World Cup hockey that took place last year, 2023, has propelled them to a ranking of being at number 11 globally. Not Africa, but globally. And their recent victory again at the inaugural Nkosi Cup 2023 last year in South Africa is testament to their relentless spirit and unparalleled skill. Similarly, our senior men's team is ranked 2nd in Africa. They deserve a round of applause. And 13th globally, made history as the first Namibian team to advance to the quarterfinals of a World Cup during the last year. I was there, so I saw everything that happened. They really put up a very good performance. I can't recall missing any game for the days that I was there. Their journey culminated in an admirable 8th place finish, alongside a stunning victory in the inaugural games tournament of last year that took place in in Malaysia. That is His Royal Highness Nazrin Shahmed International Indoor Tournament. These have demonstrated unwavering efforts and skills that both our teams have demonstrated, not only to reach the Indoor Africa Cup that we are now going to participate, but also it's to qualify for the World Cup 2025, but to emerge as African champions in indoor hockey. This is their moment to shine, to prove that hard work, dedication, and passion can propel them to the pinnacle of success. To our Namibian technical team, technical officials, we appreciate the work that goes in the background. It's not easy. I've attended some of the training sessions. I mean, apart from being a hockey player myself during my days, it takes a lot of determination, it takes a lot of passion, it takes a lot of commitment, and we appreciate you for that. And at the same time, we wish you all the best as you go and take on this challenging tournament. We should not take it lightly. We should not walk in there underestimating our opponents, but we should go out there to go and demonstrate our resilience, to go and showcase our potential that we possess. As a ministry, as government, we extend our heartfelt appreciation to the players as well, to all stakeholders who are involved to ensure that we keep Namibia on the map. Your unwavering dedication and service, both domestically with witnesses in the country and at an international level, is highly commendable and significantly contribute to the development and the growth of our sport in the country. As we eagerly
in our next story, UNAM clinched a 35-22 victory over Kudus in a Namibia Rugby Union Premier League match at the Jan Vulcan Stadium in Walvis Bay on Saturday. With this win, UNAM remains the log leaders in the league, while Wanderers shifted to second place and Kudus dropped to third place from their previous number 2 spot. And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Thank you for joining Sunset News this Sunday evening. From me, Glenora Shipura. Until next time.